Welcome back to episode 8. I think it's 8 of Get to Know Your Mod Author. And this week we've got
Mlee3141.
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 Emily. Um, he's working on a big project that I'll let him talk about here in a bit, and he's put out a voiced follower with way too many lines, which had to have taken a while. So go for it, Emily. Just do you mind if I call you by your first name?
Call me Michael.
Okay, good, Michael. I just didn't know if you wanted to give out your name or not.
I don't care. I don't care. Call me Michael if you want. I really don't care.
Michael, have at it. Tell people about your mods, what you do, why you do it. Just do a quick, take a while. Go at it. Just tell them what you like to do,
Yeah.
why you like to mod.
Wait, I like to mod? I'm not a modder. I'm a writer. I just use mods as a medium to tell my story. And yeah, I mean,
That makes sense.
I've ever liked grand concepts, ideas, storylines, and I like to delve into realm of possibility, just go wild, and I really don't pay attention to any of this stuff. I mean, just work intuitively. Sometimes I'll just do whatever I feel like doing, and yeah, let's see. Darren mentioned that follower. Oh yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, Arlen Dawnstone. Yeah, she's a philosopher, I think. She has lots of deep lines, commentary, all that. And yeah, right now I'm adding a couple of backstories, one quest. Yeah, it's trying to explain the nature of reality, all that stuff. Yeah, I'm not really good at saying this verbally, but
So wait, when did you start modding, and what drove you to do it?
let's see. What drove me to start modding was when I finished the college winter quest, and for the first time in Skyrim 3 years ago, I thought that quest was really bad. There's no ending, nothing changed. So I wanted to change it by making an ending I liked, rewrite the story. Yeah, so decided to write down a couple of my ideas, post them on a forum. Didn't even know we had a forum until I posted it there. And yeah, people started to help out. I wrote some more. Yeah, things kind of took off. I don't know why.
Um, I'm trying to remember the college. Yeah, the College of Winterhold quest started out okay, and then it kind of like fell off about halfway through, didn't it? And just kind of went
Yeah,
bland.
exactly. Didn't even have a story anymore. Just like killing stuff in a dungeon, you
Yeah,
know?
it's been so long. I think it's been 4 years since I've played Skyrim by now. Since I actually played the game, like actually played through it. It's been so bloody long. Um, so yeah, this one has like that. How long did it take you to work on the character and develop the story and everything? Like, does it?
Let's see. It took me 2 hours to write each character, and I think 4 hours to write the storyline, and it took me 8 hours to write most of the dialogue for my second mod. Well, my second significant mod anyway. That philosopher follower. 8 hours to write most of the dialogue. Um, three to write the update I'm working on now, and two to write the stories that my VA praised so much. Oh, and sorry for hearing this, Dark Road, because yeah, violation of privacy and all that. I didn't want to hear this interview.
I crap. I need to get you as a writer. Like I sit there, I will sit there for like a week trying to figure out what to write, and then like another 2 weeks to like write a shallow ass character. I'm so bad. It's just like
I
the
write
writer's block.
intuitively, and my style doesn't match yours anyway. I've seen your work, Darren, and you would not want me on your team because I like to take a concept and twist it into into a grand cathedral of ideas. I mean, I'm not ideas, into a grand cathedral of my own making. You're not gonna like what I write because I like to write whatever I feel like doing.
Yeah, it
I
makes
don't.
sense. I was actually talking with somebody. I was like, my biggest issue is I feel like I'm Michael Bay when I do shit. Like I just make
Who's
shit.
Michael Bay?
Transformers just makes shit explode and does all the action sequences, and all of his shit is like really shallow when it comes to dialogue. Like that's how I
Uh,
feel when I'm doing mine. Like it's just I don't know. I want to bash my head into a wall when I write sometimes, but it's just weird. It's definitely a weird thing. Like the people who love doing it can tend to do it a lot better. It's just I don't know. It's not something that I've ever been good at. But um So you wanna talk about the Vortex of Time one that you're working on, the Winterhold College one? Like how far? Because I
Well, let's see.
go for it. Sorry for I'm just gonna apologize to everybody listening. By the way, I did not come into this very prepared. I had a lot of shit this week, and then my weekend fucked up. So Michael graciously stepped in because I'm gonna be out for the next couple of days out of state. So that I'm kind of gonna be a little fucked up for as far as interviewing goes. But sorry, Michael. Go
We
for
had
it.
talked about much more interesting things before recording this.
We
So you
really
missed out,
did, but
missed out on a good part.
I don't know if people want to hear about American politics, and then this is going to be broadcast all over in psychology. Uh, we might get into that. We might get into that. Uh, so yeah. I mean, yap about the vortex of time and like what you. I mean, anything you want to give away on it and stuff, and how far along you
Oh
are.
dear God, it's been so long I forgot most of the quest. In fact, I don't think I remember anything but the basic outline. Let's see. Hmm. You know what? Why don't you send you all the scripts, everything I've ever written so far for modding, send it to you and you can post it on Fallout 4 as I don't know, as an immersive story. Because
It'll be.
I can't talk about my work right now because I don't remember any of it.
We can actually do that. Like you can actually put it in there as just books and shit. That's
I don't have Fallout 4. You put it in there.
Oh, I mean, I can. Yeah, it's just, that's actually the thing that really annoyed me about Fallout was there's no you get the holotapes when you run around, so you get like audio recordings, but there's no actual like at least that I've seen. I might be wrong, but I haven't really gotten any books that you can read like stories like you could in Skyrim. And I don't know if people miss that or not. I thought it was kind of
Well, that's rather interesting because I mean, they really missed out on the whole medium. No text, nothing in the game. I never played Fallout before, any of them, but that is very, very strange. How do they tell lore? How do they explore the basic framework of their games? How do they tell the story? How do they make the characters believe they're in a living, breathing world? If there is
very
no
badly. It's very badly in Fallout 4. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little. They did a lot of how would you say it, like a scene setup for story, if that makes sense. Like you'll walk in and you'll see skeletons and different things and stuff set up, like the way that different houses or bunkers and stuff.
that only tells a moment in time. That
That
only
does.
tells
You're right. You're
what
right.
happened
Correct.
in a moment. They
That-
don't tell what happened in the past. They don't tell the events that sparked it all. They don't tell
There,
the
there
events
are
that define a
computer
day.
there are computer terminals that have like logs in them and shit, but it's not as I don't know. It's not as cool as if you ran across somebody's journal or a book on history or something leading up to that kind of crap.
But
Like
then again,
that's
no one reads them anyway. I'm just saying this for
that
argument's sake.
that is true. That is so very.
Even I
true.
don't read them, and I love reading.
I had a book in my Discworld that it never got to the release thing, but basically the book is called While You Were Reading This, You Were Robbed. And we just wanted to see who would pick it up and read it, because if they picked it up and read it, they got like a quarter of their gold stolen. Like it was just that was the entire point of the book, and like we were planning on making it spark some quest where you had to go find the guy who stole your gold and shit. But
That is so immersive.
it's just,
That is a very, very probable situation. In fact, that's probably the most immersive thing you ever written.
it's just I might do it in Fallout since I never did. Like
Wait,
that
hold
would be
on,
the best. What?
Well, I may not be able to talk about my writing. I can certainly talk about yours. After all, I remember downloading your Discord alpha thing. I played
Yeah.
the first two quests, and I decided I was done because I was fed up with being a squire. I was fed up with following this old guy around and listening to a very boring storyline. No offense, Darian. I'm saying this because since I don't have any stories to share, I'll share yours.
Yeah, the
I'm a writer who can't even share his own stories.
God, I got so much bad feedback too about those first two quests. Like that was the one thing that I was reworking before I canceled that I was gonna do for the beta. Like I was actually gonna change the first two quests around so much because it got you're right. That's what it was. You're basically like actually the first three quests and then it unlocks everything after those three. Like then you can actually explore. Like the first three quests were just escort quests. Like you were just following them around and helping them do shit.
You weren't even the actor. You were just scenery. You're scenery.
I honestly, that's why I kind of like the in Fallout 4 that there's a voice protagonist. The only issue with it is we got to go find, you got to cut up audio lines and make shit work. But I think the thing that I always hated the most with an unvoiced protagonist was the feeling that you are just scenery for me anyway when I'm writing. I don't know.
Oh no. I mean, the protagonist does talk. He talks your mind, I guess. I mean, seriously. I mean, hearing is come out of in someone else's voice, someone else's dictation, someone else's. Well, I hate to say the word "so," but I can't think of a better word right now. I'm an atheist, by the way, but let's see. Yeah, hearing it as someone else's whatever, and it's not yours. It's not your voice. It's not your. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's just not.
Yeah, I get that feeling. It's
It's
just
not you. That's all I'm saying.
it always seemed easier to tell a story from a at least for me from an on rails standpoint, which it was easier to put them on rails when you're just playing an escort. Because you're right, that's actually the biggest failing I have in like all of my writing. Like Dragon Break was the same way. You were literally just escorting them around the whole time, and they just didn't give a shit what you did. They just fucking did their own thing.
And
Which
for me, I probably make a player involved too much because, well, maybe just yeah, make a player involved too much. I break a fourth wall. Well, at least in this recent piece of writing, I say they're an emissary from beyond. I break the fourth wall a lot, and yeah, couldn't think of anything better to write. So
so I don't know. Do you plan on ever doing any? I mean, like you sound like you actually do want to be a writer, at least as far as
no,
no,
definitely not.
just for fun.
I do this for fun.
That's what I asked Ellie once too. I was like, "You want to be an interior decorator in real life?" She was like, "Oh, fucking hell no." I guess that kind of makes sense. Although I actually do want to like program and do shit. I think it'd be fun to do this for a job, but
If I wrote for a living, then I probably program mouse for fun.
it is how it feels sometimes, isn't it? It's always that weird thing. Like I wonder if I had this as a job, if I would hate doing it as much as I like love doing it now. Like it would just flip in reverse. Like that's something I kind of wonder about sometimes too.
Well, maybe only when you live on the edge of twilight can you truly be free.
So do you plan on ever trying anything for Fallout, or are you just gonna stay away from that medium?
Let's see. First of all, I don't know a thing about Fallout. Second of all, I could probably learn everything I need to know within 2 hours, but
True.
I still wouldn't have a game. And third of all, I really don't care because there's less chances for epic tales. I mean, I can make my own, but and people criticize me for not being lore friendly. On is everything I based on writing on is something within a game. Sure, I may twist it to titanic, gigantic proportions, but at least somewhere it's still based in lore. But in Fallout 4, it's just a nuke. I can't think of a better way to end stories than with an apocalypse. Then,
That's honestly that's how I'm writing for my first quest, and it actually does like the first, like I'm doing it in chapters, so I don't have to do like a huge quest at one shot. It'll be like 4 to 6 hours, and the end of the first, or anybody listening actually paying attention, the end, this is a spoiler, but the end of the first episode of the quest will involve you like stopping a nuclear ICBM as it's like flying toward the Commonwealth, and you're inside it. Like I was like, yeah, what better way to end this
that's
than with
cliche.
a nuke? I know it's definitely cliche. It's also awesome. The I mostly just want to try it because the engine limitations are really high. Like what you can get away with is so fucking crazy in that engine that I just want to have the player inside a missile that is actually moving and flying over the Commonwealth, and you are literally timed with the time it takes you to shoot from the base to land at the target. So if you can't disarm the fucking missile, you end up being fucked, and it just goes off and hits with you in it. Like, because
That may be some dramatic effect, but I couldn't imagine how you'd maneuver in a missile. I mean, you couldn't do much in a missile.
oh no
I
no,
mean,
it's gonna be like a huge ass ICBM. So there's gonna be like a walkway down inside of it where you can walk inside of it. It's like a huge pre-war missile. The because they didn't have part of the lore with Fallout was they didn't have God damn, my fucking brain is just gone. They didn't have like microcomputers and shit like that. So their missiles, like in my mind, since we don't really see them,
you don't need computers to create
a
sufficiently
rocket. Yeah,
sufficiently
that's true.
sentient beings. You could create well, yeah, you could manage a machine of such complexity. You could reflect someone's mind, someone's sentience on primitive recording technologies that, while maybe imperfect, they could still hold enough to where that person could still be able to communicate with you through videotapes and all that kind of stuff, through random stuff.
Well,
It's just an idea.
They have robots too. They have sentient robots in the game as well, semi-sentient robots in the game. That well, I guess one of the big things about Fallout is they have the one of the, well, spoiler again for the main storyline because people got pissed when I gave spoilers away one time, but the one of the main factions is like creating synthetic beings that are actually like full AIs and shit as well, which is always interesting. I never understood what they use as their like actual memory holding shit in Fallout. I'll probably have to do some research on the stupid lore and crap before I make my. See, that's always I'm with you on this one. I kind of base it on lore a little bit, and then I just aim for the moon and start firing the guns and say fuck it.
But we aim in different directions.
That's true. So oh my goodness, I'm so to fucking lack of like, ugh. The last couple days for me have been like fucked up. Excuse me. Anything you want to talk about? Like anything that on your mind from modding, what we do, anything in that department, or just
oh yeah, I mean
future of video games. I don't give a shit. You can talk about whatever we want. People are always getting pissed that I talk too much about the modding. I'm like, it's a fucking mod author interview.
Well, then you picked the wrong person because I'm not really good at talking unless I have interesting stuff to talk about. And
you're right. We should have been going on about the whole election thing before that. I don't see. I'm always wary to talk about that in like the interviews too, because I don't know who's like.
I told you she had recorded that, Darren.
The fucking like we're gonna have people listening from like all over the world. Finally, let's have a discussion about this one. So people will be all like, "What the fuck?" Because I'm all for Trump or Hillary making it into the White House because they'll be chaotic, psychotic presidents, and it'll be awesome. Michael thinks I'm insane and I hate humanity.
I do? Well, that's rather interesting because I think Darren's trying to prove a point here by trying to draw me into an argument over some trumped up charges, which in this case shows that he's only trying to draw out this interview by trying to play me for a fool and all that.
I see you.
I don't play by the rules, Darren.
Fuck, I don't know what to do now. This is like when I asked Big if he ever been asked to oh fuck, that's what I forgot to do. Damn it. I forgot. I can't even think of one right now. I forgot to ask a Hitler question. Like, you haven't watched all the other mod. Like, it started with Ellie and that was just a joke, and then
I watched your first video.
Yeah, and then I ended up asking everybody a Hitler question in every video after that. There's probably people already like yelling at this interview for the last 15 minutes going, "Why didn't you ask a Hitler question?" I didn't.
Fine, ask me a Hitler question.
I don't know what to ask about a Hitler question.
Come on. I thought you were like the crazy wild card here, right? You're the wild card who insults everyone, who doesn't care, who just basically just goes off on his own tangent, walks his own path.
I try.
Oh, you could do it. But since you tried, and I know you're not really sincere in your intent. You're not really cynical. You're just
shit. I'm actually trying to think of a fucking Hitler question. I can't think of one. This is how off I am, man. Oh my goodness. This
is in your rowing on a stage of life, but you're trying to change your script, Darren.
So are you gonna? Okay. So in the interview with some guy, we basically set up an entire plot line for gay robot Hitler in Fallout universe. So would you help us write for gay robot Hitler?
Not in your life.
What? He's
really,
gonna help.
Darren?
He's gonna help artistically cleanse the wasteland.
That would destroy my own artistic integrity.
But you could make him nice.
I could, but such a plot would be both ridiculous, cliche, and without significance whatsoever.
Was that? Oh my goodness, hold on. Wow, this is such a fail fucking... I thought I had muted my Skype, but I just heard a bleep, and yep, my Skype had bleeped on me. I was like, ugh, I'm stupid.
I didn't hear anything.
It'll play on the video, and then people will be checking their Skype like I do when I hear it back.
Then let them check it, I say. But yeah, if they're so obsessed with social media, and that's the price they should pay.
That's true. I did one video, and I didn't really notice my Skype was on, and I wasn't hearing it. and people were commenting in the video comment like, "I keep checking my Skype this whole time." I'm like,
let him
"Jeez."
comment away. Weren't you the guy who said you have such a big ego that you only allow people who boosted it to post on your sticky notes?
I do.
Well, did you mean it, Darren? Because if you did, then you wouldn't care.
It's so true. I just love the reactions from people. I just don't.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought, Darren. That's what I
just don't understand people that have to throw their reactions out when you do shit. So it just makes me funny to push buttons. That crap
That's what I thought. Maybe you and I are more alike than you ever thought. But anyway, it doesn't really matter.
Are you kidding me? I'm gonna try to find a my grandfather who I'm going to see this weekend, and my parents and shit down there in Arizona. Like they're hardcore like liberal. So I am literally going to when after this interview is done, I'm actually going out to like get a haircut and do some other shit and go shopping before we leave. But I'm gonna try to find, which is gonna be hard because I'm in Southern California. I want to find a "Make America Great Again" hat for Trump 2016, just so I can wear it the entire time. And not say anything about it. I just want to wear the hat, like, just to taunt them.
They're going to bring it up eventually, and they're going to say something about it.
And then my...
and you'll play innocent, won't you?
I don't know. See, the funny thing is the family on my dad's side, this is my mom's side, right? The family on my dad's side is super fucking conservative. And so the last time I bought them all Christmas presents, they all got Barack Obama's autobiography.
That's an okay suiting gift. After all, it takes another perspective to truly submit your ways.
I completely agree on that one. Like I've actually read Mein Kampf. I've read Hitler's autobiography, and it's
Talk about Hitler. Aren't you going to ask me a Hitler question?
Have you ever read Hitler's autobiography?
No.
You should.
And even if I did, I probably couldn't get through 2 pages of that stuff because I can't read stuff that I don't find intriguing.
It is intriguing. I'm actually gonna tell you that it's intriguing. I was surprised. I did it because I went to my parents put us through Christian high school. Like we were homeschooled public school, and then they put us through a Christian high school from like 9th grade to 11th or something. I think. I can't even remember my own freaking child. But we had to do a book report, and I fucking hated the school.
Even though I didn't read the book, I know the gist of what it said, and I don't agree with it because I believe that while all races may believe themselves inherently superior, it's not wise to base any motive, any grand scheme around this singular facet, because that plan is doomed to succeed. That plan casts you as a villain.
Mein Kampf is the interesting read about it is that it was written before all the World War and all that crap, right? While he was in prison mostly, and it's like taking a look inside his deranged mind, because that's what I actually found interesting about it. I didn't think I'd find the book interesting. I was just doing it to piss off teachers. The write a book report. Oh, what are you gonna write it on, Hitler?
No, I did the same thing when I was in 8th grade. Funny story, huh?
But yeah, it's actually a very interesting read. Like, I don't think I'd recommend it to anybody that has mental problems because it actually end up. It's a very charismatic read. Like, it's kind of interesting. Like, it is kind of interesting. Like, some of the more crazy people are some of the more charismatic people, which is. It's definitely an interesting point in history. Like, is it them being charismatic, or is it everybody else has a little crazy in it when they want to follow the crazy person, i.e., Trump phenomenon? I don't know. Like, that's another one of those.
Everyone does have the potential to be psychotic in them, but everyone has that irrational, illogical side to them, and sometimes that one point in your life, at one point of moral crisis that truly defines you, you could choose to listen to your logical, rational side and, well, spare yourself or whatever, or you could listen to your emotional, impulsive side and commit an act that will destroy you, or cast you as a villain for the rest of your life, basically. That's the turning point, whatever. So, yeah, I don't really care.
And that's why I hide in my house. So those.
Hey, what am I talking about?
No, I don't, because I hide my... Yeah, I get you. I hide in my house, so I don't have to go out into the Daystar and make any choices. Which kind of sucks, because California's got nice weather. I need to stop modding. I'm going to stop modding and just go out and enjoy the fucking weather sometime.
Go for it, I say. Go for it.
I'm too far
inland. Right now, it's kind of cloudy here, but... You said you live in Southern California?
Yeah, I'm in Lakewood area.
I'm in San Diego. It's kind of cloudy here.
Oh, okay, you're down a little bit farther. Yeah, we'll actually be. I think we go. I don't remember if we go through there or not. I know we're taking like one freeway or another to Arizona, and it goes down that way. But the yeah, no, it's cloudy up here too. It actually looks more like back in Washington. But no, I used to live like right on the beach. Now I'm fucking more inland, which sucks. Yeah, we were in San Pedro area, and like literally you could just walk down to the beach and the battleship and all the other shit in the whole harbor. It's kind of cool. That's the one thing I do like about living here is that it's like everything seems to be in walking distance. You know?
The one thing that I can't understand is why so many of my friends and acquaintances are, well, associated with the Navy. Seriously, I mean, there's just too much of a naval presence here, you know?
Is there really? I don't.
Well,
Even
in
know.
San Diego, at least, I don't know about.
Oh, in San Diego, yeah, that's right. Fuck, I was like, oh yeah, there is. Jesus, I fucking we went down there to go on the aircraft carrier that's down there is a museum.
Oh yeah, the USS Midway.
Yeah, and there's like fucking literally in the one day we were down there, like when we drove down to see it, there was one aircraft carrier that was across in the harbor doing something and it was taken off. And then the next day when we were on the Midway, there was two aircraft carriers, different call signs on or different numbers on them, so there are two different aircraft carriers. I was like, holy shit, how big is that base?
It's like, I know, it's a colossal waste of resources. War is Peace, remember? From 1984 or whatever.
That's the only really big Navy base though on this coast, isn't it?
I have no idea.
And there's not a very big one in Washington. It's small, and there's nothing up in like not very big in San Francisco, Oregon, so that makes sense. It's like the only Navy base on this side that's huge.
Well, I guess I'd be the first one to flee if there ever is a war.
I think if there ever is a war, California's getting like wiped out instantly. It's a target-rich environment.
Yeah, like I said, I'd be the first one to flee.
Oh, fuck! I don't even know what else to talk to. I'm like, so.
Oh, I know what you could talk to me about.
Go for
talk
it.
Talk to me about those skimpy followers you said. You remember?
I was gonna shy away from it because you already said you didn't care.
I don't. You're right. I don't care, but yes. Remember, you're daring. You set a tradition, all that. Remember? Come on.
All right.
What happened to your huge ego?
So, what do you think about all the skimpy nude followers on the front page?
I don't care.
And the pedo followers?
Find them distasteful, but I still don't care if they're there or not.
What about retextures?
Retextures? Well, if placebos make people feel better, then so be it.
Good answer. I like that answer. Like, I almost wish that was up there on every retexture page. In case people missed what he insinuated there, we'll spell it out for the really, really, really thick among you.
Classic Darren.
He was basically saying the retextures don't do shit, you fuckers, because you can't see an 8K texture on a 1-inch tall plant. Alright? I hate the ones that are like upped contrast. Those always drive me nuts too. We actually saw like a couple of them on the Fallout front page. I was all pissed. There was like an HD Ivy retexture. I'm like, what the fuck? How is this the mod of like one of the 6 top mods this week? Like, I don't know. It's been guns though. It's all just been like guns. People are just putting guns in the game now.
Well,
it's kind of cool.
That's a change because in Skyrim there's nothing but swords and bows.
It's weapons. Somebody actually put crossbows in the game. They looked really fucking sick. Like I wish they might have had a mod for Skyrim with it because they were really cool looking. But it was a more modern.
Those crossbows
bow.
were from Dawnguard.
I know, but the one that he put in Fallout was like a modern, like yeah, it was really fucking sick looking. Like I was kind of surprised. I even got the animation looking pretty good on it too, which
I'm
is
impressed.
a big one.
How do you manage that without a CK?
You can do a lot without the CK. The Xedit's really strong. It's just like really boring as far as the user interface because you're just staring at lines of text, you know. So instead of actually having a good UI, it just has all the lines of code. But it works pretty damn.
Can be any different than a chaotic mess that the CK is. I had to spend too much just get to get to know the format, the layout.
Dude, there needs to be like an in-between. Like if you look at Xedit, it's literally just like lines of just everything. Like everything's just like you know how the left side of the CK has the,
The edge of
objects.
chaos.
Yeah, the left side of the CK, that's basically all Xedit is, but you open them up and instead of seeing like the window, you just see an entire list of, description, text, item, head parts, whatever, and you just enter in the text. Like, so it's just a bunch of text and text and text and text, right? But you're right, the fucking CK ended up being more on the chaos. Like there needs to be an in between, you know.
Yeah, like I said, on the edge of chaos, edge of twilight, one and the other.
It's I don't know. We'll see what they do when they release this new one. I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do it. Like animations are definitely always gonna be a hard thing for anybody to do. Mostly the hardest thing right now is just world building because you don't have any 3D, so you can't really build the worlds that well.
Oh, I see. Even though I don't know, well, basically anything about modding, yeah, I get it.
Like you don't have a 3D render window, which will be really cool. Even though some people are building cells because you can still build them. Like if you know the dimensions of all the pieces you put together, you can.
But it's
just
like working blind.
Oh, it is. Yeah, like you basically just have to punch in the X, Y, and Z coordinates, and then I mean it's educated blind, but then you still have to load up the game and look at it and be like, oh fuck, and then fix your shit and go back out. That's why I haven't even tried it. I'm just making resources for my other crap. And then probably start casting voice actors at some point here in the next week or two in preparation.
Oh yeah, you said you paid all your voice actors, but I never paid one in my life. I mean, but we still get the same results, right? You get all your lines nicely. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, I should be pretty. You know what? I should steer clear from this because my VA will be watching.
Now she's gonna be like, "Why don't you pay me?"
You know what? I'm gonna
No. Let's talk about this line of conversation.
No, wait, hold on. You got me, didn't you? You got me. You finally found a weakness, didn't you?
So Michael's VA there. You're pretty good, and I pay my voice actors.
Yeah, nice try.
Nah, I just do it more out of a sense of efficiency. I mean, with Mo Like Balls Inferno, it was more of a it was a time, like we had a month to do it, so that was more of a like, oh my fucking god, we really just need to cast voice actors for it. But I don't know, I think I've had better experience paying them than getting it free.
Well, this is
That's the same thing with sex too. No, I'm just
what, Darren. Well, either way, I'd have a penny to my name, so I could care less.
You get your donators to pay for it and be like, pay my voice actress.
I disable all my donations based on my, well, what was it? My principles, merits, whatever. Yeah, I disable the donation based on that.
Oh, see, life's no fun if you have principles and merits.
Well, you're right, but sometimes it's kind of fun to make people think you do.
That's why I got in trouble with Grand Staff when they like contacted me about the CK beta for Fallout. And I was telling him, I was asking him if he could beat whoever, like, there were some really stupid restrictions on the Fallout engine that shouldn't have been there. And I was asking him if he could just, like, smack the shit out of whoever did it. And he's like, well, we don't condone violence. And I'm like, violence solves everything. Your video games have taught me this. And then, yeah, that didn't go over well.
That is so ironic. Seriously.
I know, so violence, it's like having not a game that's nothing. You're like, well, fuck.
You should program in a quest that says go to this place and kill G-Staff or whatever. And you can say, hey, it's your game, it's your what? Your ideas? What?
And see, now I want to do an entire quest line that basically you fail it at any point if you kill anything during the entire quest line. Just like, let's see how well that'll get downloaded. Like, 40 people download your mod, and then all 40 of them hate it. Like, video games teach us to be violent. Piss off. Like, you're even violent in sports games. Like, you. Actually,
but that doesn't get translated to real life. Never does.
Hey, violence solves everything, at least for a certain time period.
Violence breeds retaliation. Retaliation breeds endless cycle.
Oh, that's why you always have the bigger gun.
But people always build more, and you can't. And You have to craft a bulwark to withstand. It's another endless cycle.
An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. Just kill everybody. The That's what Fallout should have been. Just like kill every. I mean, it's. Have you ever tracked your stats in the games? Like, I actually looked at the game for Fallout.
That's wildly inaccurate. Seriously. I mean, what? 30 quests, and I have what? 6 new land mods installed. I got.
No, but you track like the people like in the combat section, like in Fallout, it's like people killed. I looked at mine the other day. It's like 970. I'm like, what the fuck? I just been going around murdering people this whole fucking time.
Well, it's probably wildly inaccurate. You probably only killed like what, 2 people?
No, I killed all those people. You just keep killing them all. Like fucking Fallout's crazy.
And the first one for looking at you, and the second one for speaking a word to you.
That's the best part. It's like you're actually like they don't ever tell you this. Like you're playing an asshole, right? Okay, because you basically come out of the vault and you're like, I want to find my kid, and then in the process of finding your kid, you're busting. Hold on.
They in Fallout, they actually define your story for you. Wow, that fails at storytelling.
Yep,
that is so wrong. They define your story? Seriously?
Yep. They define it from the start. You're basically it's very shallow though in the way they go about it. The other is to run around, but it's.
I mean, for your story.
It's right up there with it's. It's kind of the same way with Skyrim though. You're just running around, and then when you're just busting into houses and killing people. At least I can
expand on a hero character. I can expand on a character that wants to find her son. It's a singular purpose. A hero has multiple. He has to keep evil forever at bay. I could write a million quest line based on that idea, but I can write a million quest lines based around the idea that you have to find your son. And once you find it over, game over. There's nothing else to do.
Except for your son ends up being 75.
I know. I read the plot. I was saying all of this to have a good argument.
And no, I kind of do agree with you, because the only thing they gave you was like they force promote you to general of the whatever Minutemen, and then that storyline it felt really flat to me too, where they're like, well, you need to go save all these settlements, and that's like their Radiant quests that just get really boring and monotonous. So it doesn't even feel like.
What happens if you let the settlements get raised by blood and fire?
Nothing. Like literally no. Yeah, and it's and you're like the fetch it bitch. They're calling you general and like, oh general, you're our leader, and yet you end up getting sent. Like you can't even send out your own units. Like I think that's gonna be a big mod. I think somebody will end up making a mod where you can like control your army and send them around and shit, which I think would be cool.
If I fight for you, it would be boring because the player wouldn't feel involved.
No, but what if you could micromanage them like an RTS?
That would require combat tactics, which I'd imagine seeing a parallel between Fallout and Skyrim is controlling multiple characters or controlling a multitude of characters at the same time, which is basically impossible based on the current engine. Even though I know almost nothing about programming, I'd imagine it's impossible.
It really depends. I think if you could, I think if you can control other people, like, I think it'd be really cool to like set your army up and then be able to issue individual commands, like pause time, and then be able to select a character and select a command. Sort of like Mass Effect. Did you ever play Mass Effect at all with their combat system?
No, not really, but
it was kind of like that. It wasn't really. It was more turn-based, but not really.
You mean Dragon Age? I'd say pause time. You could issue orders.
Dragon Age is good. Yeah, Dragon Age is a good example. That's right. They did the same thing. Yeah, you could like pause it, issue the orders, and then like unpause it and watch what happens.
With the AI framework in Skyrim and Fallout 4, I'd imagine, because they're parallels made by the same company, then the first time another enemy hit them, they'd go away from their primary target.
Yeah, you're right.
Get the enemy back.
The AI is so stupid. They just go and do whatever they want. Because no, I think you're actually right. I think there was one. I think it's a little smarter in Fallout, but it's still stupid. Like I'll have a Deathclaw running at me, and like one guy 9 miles away will shoot him, and so then he'll start running at that guy, and then he'll shoot the Deathclaw in the back, and he'll like turn around to run at you. And it's like, what the fuck?
Well, at least it goes to show that robots won't take over anytime soon.
It's so true. I don't know. That one AI beat that Chinese player at Go the other day.
Really? Go?
I think it's called Go. With the white and the black things on
that game Go, of course.
Yeah, they some AI beat one of the grandmasters or something.
Well, Deep Blue beat the chess grandmaster like 50 years ago or something.
Yeah, computers can calculate
computers
variables.
Computers may be good at logic, but without logic and intuition, then you're truly lost.
Anybody watching this at this point is like, what the fuck is going on with this conversation?
Yeah.
I don't even know where to go from here. We've been yapping for 40 minutes. That ain't too bad. Yeah, I'm sorry once again. I got too much shit on my mind for this weekend. It's so fucking dumb.
It's alright. I'm really tired. I didn't sleep for 24 hours.
Jesus, you're beating me. I got like 3 hours of sleep at least. Now, do you have the same problem I do, where it's like you can't turn your brain off when you're trying to sleep, and then you end up wanting to do shit, or is it just insomnia normal?
No, it's because all the ideas buzzing in my head from my recent project, and I can't sleep from that.
Okay, yeah, so the same reason. My wife always just gets weirded out because I'll go to bed at like, 11, 12 o'clock, wake up at 3 a.m. and start doing shit.
Here I thought you were a basement dweller.
I wish. Basement's cool. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. I'm actually on a second story of an apartment building. Fucking, I don't know. I'm a living room dweller, just sitting here in my little like man cave in the living room.
Interviewing mod authors who are just really people like you and me. You could have just picked any random person on the internet. You could have just said, "Hey, give me an interview," and they would have been just like any other mod author.
Pretty much, like. That's one of the big things that everybody's pointing out too. Like it's good to put faces, like, because we're just faceless. Like people just comment on the mod pages and they're like, what am I, some computer pumping out shit for you and wanting to do your every bidding? Like what the fuck? Like no, we're just fucking people. That's what the idea was. It's and some of us are fucked up. Some of us are fucked up more than others. I don't think any of us are not fucked up.
How about me? What do you think of me, Darren? What do you think about me? Based on this interview.
Nah, you're about as fucked up as I am.
Really?
I'm not.
Did you hear that? Everyone who's watching this video, Darren thinks I'm as messed up as he is. I think that's a grave insult. I'm
not that messed up. At least I don't think so.
You act like you're all messed up, but you're not. At least I act like I'm not messed up.
We're all messed up though. Ain't nobody gets out of childhood without being a little fucked up. Like. I think that's the only like definitive rule that all parents follow is fuck up your kids in some way, and then you just try to not fuck them up in the ways that are going to screw them up in life as an adult, and then when we have kids, we've got to follow that tradition because our parents fucked us up.
Luckily, I plan to never have children. Break a cycle and all that.
Good move. That's what I said. My sister's pumping them out like she's a human Xerox machine, so I hope she doesn't listen to this now. I always get in trouble because I got 3 sisters and 2 of them don't have kids yet and the one has 3. And I've been making fun. I was like, you're making up for the rest of us not having any. And then
well, at least your 2 sisters are smart, and you probably, because I can't imagine anyone will want to live with you.
Oh hell
just
no!
Kidding.
I'm
just kidding, Darren. I didn't mean that.
This is snip, bro. There's no kids coming. My oldest sister can't. Well, actually, she can now. It's actually the cool thing. My oldest sister had a genetic blood disease thing. Like it was bone marrow was producing the wrong chromosomes in her red blood cells, and her white blood cells were eating them or some shit, right? So basically, she got.
Say about that, are you?
Huh?
You're not gonna be as blasé about that as
Well, she's actually got it. Like it's whatever drug they had her on these weird drugs for last couple of years that were controlling it, sort of not really. It had the same effect as AIDS has, where it fucks with your immune system. But it was really worse for her. Like if she had ever gotten really sick, it could kill her, and i.e. having a kid could really fuck her up too. So she was, she hasn't. But whatever the crazy ass drug cocktail shit they were giving her was apparently ripped all the bone marrow out that was the bad bone marrow, or killed it or some shit, because she's been off it for 6 months or something. So, and she hasn't had any problem. So it's experimental shit too. Nobody gets this shit. And so she was on experimental crap. So she's been doing great with it. And my youngest sister, I don't know what the hell she's wanting to do. I think she wants to do her career and shit. But no, I've made fun of her plenty of times. Because I told her, I was like, we were talking about something, and I was telling my mother that, well, she had three kind of semi-intelligent kids, then one who's let 3 parasites grow inside of her for 9 months at a time.
So which one are you, Darren? A parasite or an intelligent kid?
Oh, neither. I was a parasite for the longest time. Now I'm a parasite to my wife. It's
oh really? You're just gonna admit that in public?
Wait, what?
You just gonna admit that for all the world to hear?
Anybody who sees the amount of mods that I pump out on a weekly basis knows this. It's like, how the fuck is he doing that? I'm like, I have no life, people. I have no life. Welcome
You
to...
have, at least he had some. I can't believe you could admit that in public. I mean, how could you face yourself in the morning knowing that you said that for all the world to hear?
I don't have an issue. Once again, I'm a narcissist. I don't care what anybody else thinks of me, and fuck them. I know that I'm a freaking crazy ass motherfucker. I think
I'm just testing your ego anyway.
Part of my problem is it's like once you get started on a project, it's like that little itch to finish it, and then like so, but then the problem is that once you finish it, there's something else that you wanted to do, and it's just it's a rabbit hole. It's fucking Alice in Wonderland, dude. That's what modding feels like.
It's a writing itch. All that I know what it feels like.
It's terrible. Just eats your soul, and then I don't know where to go from there. We've been going on for 45 minutes. Just give anything you want to tell anybody about anything, like what should their hopes and dreams be? Give them a motivational speech.
All right. Let's see. So find an idea. Anyone can mod. Just find an idea. Find a concept. Find something you want to change. Find the one simple idea can change everything, and just do it. Don't be afraid. Just go. Well, just go persuade. Use rhetoric, and just go get your ideas out. Find someone who will listen. Find a friend, an ally, someone you can trust, someone you can work with, someone you can rely on. Just build the idea together. If you can't find anyone, just do it yourself. I mean, just don't think about it. Just do it. I mean, it's what I do all the time. I don't think about stuff. Never have. Never studied for tests in my life, but still got all A's, right? Never really thought about anything I did. I just did it without thinking about it, basically, intuition, all of that. Like a speech. Yeah. And yeah, just get out there, do it. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't think about failing. Can't fail and all that. What else? And yeah, let's get your idea out there. And yeah.
I'll scare them a little bit though.
But hold on. I'm not done yet.
Go.
But if you should find that your ideas start to consume you, starts to loom larger than life, and suddenly you can't control it anymore. It's become a monster. It's starting to destroy you, and that is when you realize that you shouldn't have started in the first place. But the experience you gain along the way maybe makes everything worthwhile, or maybe that's just something I tell myself to justify my own method of living life.
I'm not going to say what I said now, because you're right. Discworld was that monster, and it is still worth it. The shit you learn and the people you meet and the crap you do, it's, yeah. But sometimes it takes a while to realize that it's eating your soul. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, talk about Discord. Before we go, I have to ask. Darren, you haven't updated for like, what, a year? Are you still working on it, or have you given it up?
It's got completely canceled. The Terry Pratchett passing hit me pretty hard. The author of the Discworld series, and yeah, then there's just a lot of people not coming through with their with the shit they'd said they'd done, and it fucked too much crap up, and then I don't know. It ended in that point, like you just said. It was that point where it wasn't like too big where I couldn't have finished it. It's just where I wasn't having fun doing it. So I kind of stopped.
I know what you feel. I mean, it's about having fun. We wouldn't do any of this if we weren't having fun. I wouldn't be having this interview if I hadn't thought it was fun. I wouldn't be modding. Wouldn't be writing if I hadn't thought it was fun. At least thought it was a good idea at the time.
Yeah, it's like I just got done. I was doing a perk overhaul, like a full perk overhaul for Fallout. And people have been bugging me, like, why isn't it? I've been posting up videos about it for the last 2 weeks or something. And I could have finished it in 3 to 4 days, if I just gone full bore on it. But it gets boring. Like, it gets really boring just doing, like, line item edits to numbers and crap and doing all the math. And so I was just doing, like, a tree every couple of days, so it didn't get to that point where I didn't want to finish it, You kind of just spaced it out, where it's like, do some fun shit, go back and do this, because it is kind of fun sometimes to fuck with that, but it's not, I don't know. Sometimes it's fun to do spreadsheet crap, but it's not fun to do spreadsheet crap for 4 days straight, So that's actually why, and that's one of the things I think is really fun about modding, which is why I think that I wouldn't have as much fun if I was doing it for a living, because if you were doing this for a living, you'd probably be stuck doing one thing, right? Like you'd be the
Yeah.
writer, or you'd be the programmer, or you'd be the 3D modeler, or you'd be the level designer. But at least with modding, we can literally do all of it. So we can just,
You could play the roles you want to play.
yeah, and you can jump between them. So when you get bored with one, you can go do the other one.
Exactly.
And that's what I think keeps it more interesting. I don't know. It's really odd for me to keep a drive up doing something for this long. So I think that adds to it.
And again, we all dance to the tune of life. You never know what you'll expect.
It's true. I never knew I'd be getting into modding until 4 years ago. And then it kind of ate my soul. Actually, 4 years ago, almost exactly. The 4 or 5. Fuck, I don't even remember. When did Skyrim come out? 2011, right?
Yeah, 11, I think.
So yeah, 4 years ago would have been 2012. Yeah, that's when I started this month, and released my first quest mod, Descent into Madness, in April. Like 1 month later, it fucking took me a month and a half. I think I learned just enough
Happy birthday,
scripting.
Darren.
Yeah, it's my Skyrim birthday.
No, oh wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Happy anniversary, Darren. It's been 4 years since your sanity died.
Pretty much. The learning all that shit was such a nightmare. I shouldn't say that. It's great, guys. Go out and just take your time at it. Don't be like me and be like, hey, what's the first mod you're gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna do a split quest mod with 25 voiced actors. Like, yeah, shoot myself after that.
Oh yeah, I have to add on this part too. If you want to make a first mod, do not do a big project, because yeah, sure, yeah, don't start on a big project for your first mod. Start small. I did it first. My first project was a huge mod, Vortex Time. Never finished it, probably never will. But
Yo,
if you start small, you'll finish it.
It's one of those little mistakes. Like my quest mod that I'm doing for Fallout, I was talking about it a lot, and I was trying to make the plans. I almost thought about doing it as one huge chunk, right? Mm-hmm. But I was actually talking with I think MXR when I was talking with him about it after our live stream, and he was saying that do it in episodes, because he's right. You can get a lot more done if you make it episode by episode, and even if it takes because it could take you a few months to get an episode out, but then that's 6 to 8 hours of gameplay, and then you can start working on the next episode, and that might take a couple of months instead of a year and a half down the line. You release the entire thing.
Well, why should releasing stuff matter in creating stuff? I mean, unless of course you want to get that motivation, you're not as narcissistic as you think you are.
It's more the motivation of finishing the project. Like, just getting something done is actually a
satisfying feeling. I can relate to that.
Yeah, it's and that's one of the biggest things that, like, when I was doing Discworld, every time I finished a quest, it was a satisfying feeling, but they always led to another quest, led to another quest, led to another quest, right? So it was like the project was never going to get finished. And that's what when you start a big project, it always feels like the project will never get finished. And actually finishing something, even if the big quest mod that I'm doing is oh, my headset cut out. Even if the big quest that I'm doing is 6 episodes, mm-hmm. At least I have like each episode drawn out. So you finish episode 1, and then you're like, okay, I got this good. Episode 2, and it also gives toward feedback. Because as much as I piss people off about saying that I don't want their fucking feedback, like
you got banned for it once, as I remember.
Constructive feedback is good. The general feedback is generally not constructive. It's usually
how much did you have to pay Nexus for him to let you back?
No, they only temp banned me. That was only a 2-week temp ban.
Oh, I was under impression that the reason right now is Darren83 and not DD Productions.
Oh yeah, I got banned 2.5 years ago. I
read your ban notice. It said one prime example was this little snippet, and that one made me laugh out loud.
I think after. Fuck, which mod was that after where I was just like making fun of people?
Kind of funny because I'm the one interviewing you, Darren, not the other way around.
I don't even remember. God, I don't remember shit. I have like the world's worst memory. You
don't remember?
No, it was me trolling them on some mod. Like I would troll people. I don't even remember. I like to troll people. I have to stop on Nexus. Like I like to push people's buttons because people are so reactive to shit. It's just so fucking funny. Like, I don't get why
you can't push my buttons because I could push yours just as well.
I'm gonna steal your voice actor. Don't make me do it.
Go ahead. I'll find another one. Okay.
Now you made her cry. Now you made her cry. No.
I'm gonna tell her that this episode failed. I'm gonna tell her that Darren was a huge. He was. I told him that I clicked the hang up button in the middle, and we never finished his interview because he was. He was an egotistic moron. Everyone thought he had. Everyone thought he was and viewed him as.
I'm Donald Trump. I'm just gonna scream quests, guns, and retextures. Like Borders, language, culture. Anyway, all right, let's end this fucking thing. I will. Yeah, this will. Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna end it. All right, here you go. Hitting the stop button. Fucking.